Hi, welcome back to the workshop, and today we are looking at the Kernow Model Rail Centre, Great Western Railway steam rail motor in 00 gauge. Now Mike, we first had this on the GCR layout back at Worley in 2022 and crowds loved it. It's been a decade in the coming, hasn't it? But it looks amazing.
Yeah, not quite a decade, but it has been a long time in the coming of this model. We had the pre-production decorated samples on the layout at the Worley in 2022, like you said, and been looking forward to getting our hands on the fully finished model, which are now here in the country. They're in stock with Kernow Model Rail Centre and selling through pretty quickly from what I've heard.
Well, I mean, look at all the detail. How could it not? I mean, just looking over here, you got the wonderful lining, the different decals, the detail inside, even the work on the motion gear, the cylinder, everything towards the back, the pipe work, even the detail at both ends of the drive cabin. They've gone to town on decoration, haven't they?
Oh, they definitely have, yeah, and there's quite a number of livery choices on it as well. So I mean, this is one of the fully lined Great Western chocolate and cream versions. There's also Great Western lined brown and also Crimson Lake versions as well. And all those are available both DCC ready and DCC sound fitted as well.
Now, of course, there is one of these in preservation,
yes,
isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yes.
And it's gone all over the country. You may have even seen it yourself. You may have even ridden in it. But of course, most people would remember sort of, auto coaches and rail motors from, having a steam engine attached to them or having like the diesel rail motor and so forth. What makes this one, apart from it being steam, what makes this one more unique?
Well, the actual steam locomotive part of it is actually within the coach. So the front portion of it, like for example, a diesel multiple unit where you have the engine inside the coach, the boiler is inside the coach, complete with space for coal and water, the water tanks underneath them, but everything's inside the coach, so you've got no external need for a locomotive with this to move the train. They were quite often seen as well working with single coaches as well, with an auto coach with them, so they could be controlled through the auto gear from one of those as well, so they can be driven from both ends of a two-coach set.
Lovely. Now, as far as the model's concerned, what's driving the mechanism here?
Okay, so we've got a nice neat 5-pole motor which is tucked inside, cleverly, the boiler. So it literally sits vertically up inside that area of the locomotive, very neatly concealed. The chimney actually push fits into the top of it, so it actually still rotates with the bogie as well, as it would do on the real thing, and that gives it a really neat and authentic feel as well.
Wonderful. Well, look, there's obviously loads of detail and functionality to the outside, but what about inside? Can you take the roof off and put figures in there and so forth?
You can, yes. So the body comes off pretty easily, really. It's got the handrails down each of the doors. You have to unclip them from the bottom steps, and then it's just a clip-fitted body around the rest of it, and you have to remove the chimney as well. Simple things to take off and put back on. Inside, then, you've also got full interior lighting for the saloon. You've got directional lamps as well, so you get a white lamp, yellow lamp at one end and a red one at the other. There's also a factory-fitted speaker inside as well. And finally, there's a Plux22 decoder socket as well to allow it to be converted to DCC.
Wonderful. And as far as if you wanted to put a sound profile into this, can you put a TXS chip inside this, or what's available?
So you wouldn't be able to put a TXS chip in this because it's got a Plux22 decoder socket, so you're a little bit more limited, well, a little bit limited, but it's basically Zimmo, ESU, they both do a range of Plux22 decoders, and then you'd have to find a sound supplier that's offering a Great Western steam rail motor sound profile. I'm sure there's plenty on the market already, and obviously Kernow Model Rail Centre's created their own as well for the production models.
You mentioned earlier on that these have been selling rather quickly because they have been a very highly anticipated model, but where can people get them from and how much are they worth?
All right, so they're in stock now with Kernow Model Rail Centre. Like I said, there has been a lot of demand for these because it's been a little bit of a longer gestation period than they originally wanted for the model. But they are in stock now, £189.99 for the DCC ready versions and £299.99 for the DCC sound fit versions.
Well, if you love everything and anything Great Western Railway, then the steam rail motor could very well be a model for you.
That's right, and we've got a full review in issue 202 of Hornby magazine. That's our April 2024 issue, which is on sale now.
And of course, you can read far more at keymodelworld.com. In the meantime, though, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.